Hello and welcome to this Longevity TeleCare training. My name is David Rutz and I love Longevity. I love their products, their nutrition products. I love their services, and I'm excited to share with you what the Longevity TeleCare service is all about so that you can attract more people to the Longevity business as customers and as business builders. And that's what this is designed for. This is just another way to attract a group of people who aren't yet coming to the Longevity business. And over time, we'll educate them on our longevity nutrition services, products, etc., to help them improve the quality and care of their lives. So, what is Longevity TeleCare? It's basically virtual doctor visits, pediatrician and primary care physicians from your phone or your laptop or your smartphone, video phone, any day of the week you want at any hour of the day. If you want to call someone, you got a bladder infection, you believe, you want to get an antibiotic, you can set up a doctor's appointment and go next week and sit in the waiting center and make sure they're available and pay your copay and pay your deductible just to get that antibiotic prescription and put 3-4 hours into a day. Or you can be on TeleCare and call them and talk to someone immediately. Or if you have a rash on your arm, you think it's poison ivy and you want to get something, you can call them from your video phone app, show them the rash, and they can make a decision right there by looking through the video phone. It's pretty cool. And many other scenarios I'm sure you could think of. Of course, you can't do vital signs and things like that. So it doesn't take care of all the reasons you would go see a local doctor. But experts say about 75% of the doctor's appointments that happen live can be replaced with virtual doctor's appointments, and that's what this is all about. Of course, if you need a prescription, they can call that in. They are actual doctors, so they operate just like any other doctor would. Now, we've partnered with a network called MD Live. They're the leader in this telemedicine space, all right? And they have an existing network with thousands of doctors, so we don't have a delay time of getting the appointment. All these doctors are board-certified MDs, and they average 15 years experience, okay? So MD Live charges $49 per visit typically. We've got a better deal, though. We have a monthly fee of $29 per month for a family of 5 and no per visit charge. If you have 3 doctor's appointments this month, doesn't cost you any more. You don't have one next month, you still pay the $29. But also when you have 4, you don't pay any more. It's $29 per month. No per visit charge. That's for a family of 5. Of course, that means a family, a home family, parents and their kids, and of course their kids must be dependents. If you can't put a 35-year-old on the parent's account, it's the same type of thing you would see for health insurance. Your dependents can go on your account for a family of 5. If you have more than 5, you'd have to get a second account. All right. Now, for every customer you sign up, including your own service, you're going to get a $4 profit to you. We call it direct pay, given to you each month for the life of that customer. Pretty cool. Plus, you're going to get $25 in personal qualifying volume, which helps toward your personal qualifications in the longevity pay plan. Now, where does one go? You can't do this from your back office. They must go, and you must go to longevitytelecare.com to become a customer. But you've got a link you can send them, which is longevitytelecare.com/your ID number. That way they can click on it, go directly there, and you'll get credit. They won't have to know your ID or enter it. They would just click on that link. All right? So you give them your ID with your ID embedded there. You replace those pink number signs with your ID, and they click on it. They're going to go to the Longevity TeleCare site, and they would read all about it, the homepage, and they'd learn more. All they do is click Order Now to order, and your ID, again, as we mentioned, because you sent them a link with your ID embedded, your ID would be embedded right here in the Order Now form. If you didn't send them that link, if they just went to Longevity TeleCare, they would have to enter your ID here now. Okay, if you're signing them up, of course you could enter your ID here, but your ID must be in that field so that you get personal credit for this customer. All right? Now, of course, they fill out all the information that's required, address, etc., credit card information. They agree to the terms and conditions, and they click Submit Order. At that point, they're going to get a confirmation that they're registered, that the order went through. They're registered with MD Live. Now, it's real important to note something here. They're not done. they must activate their account at MD Live, at our provider. So Longevity TeleCare is the company. We will bill them for the service. If they want to cancel the service, they let us know. It's a month to month. It's like an auto ship. They have to cancel the subscription if they don't want it. And they do that through Longevity. If you have questions about changing credit cards, stuff like that, that all goes to Longevity. We are the provider, okay? But the underlying network is MD Live. That's where one would go to ask questions about the app itself or the doctors, or a question about MD Live not working on their computer. They've got it well honed in where you're not going to have those issues. They're the leader in this space. But if you did have service questions, it would go to MD Live. And you'll be notified of that once you join. But any customer questions that involve billing, cancellation, that goes to Longevity, just for clarification. But once they filled all this out and hit submitted order, they get this confirmation. They now need to activate their account at MD Live and set up their history, their medical history, before they can have a doctor's appointment. So they would click activate account right there by that arrow, activate the account at MD Live, and it takes them to this page. Now, if they didn't do it at sign up, or they just were in a rush, they can always come back to this website just by going to mdlive.com and clicking on Activate Now here. All right? So they click Activate Now, and they are taken to this page to activate. They just need to confirm their zip code and their date of birth. And when they do that, they take them right into their question page where it starts to ask them about their health. And you do this for each family member. Okay, so they answer health questions like surgery, any allergies, etc. Then you enter your pharmacy in. If you've got a compound pharmacy or a traditional pharmacy you want to use, you enter it in here in case a pharmacy request is ever made. Also, if you have a primary care physician, you enter it here. It can be a DO, an MD, an ND. You enter it in here, and what will happen is anytime you have an appointment with Longevity TeleCare by MD Live, anytime you have an appointment, information can be sent to your primary care physician. Now, once this is done, you can set an appointment for any person in your family. Once they fill out their health questions, they can set an appointment instantly. What happens is, this is the desktop website version, but you click on See a Doctor, you enter in what type of doctor you're looking for, whether it's a family physician or a pediatrician, and you click Next, and you'll get a list of all the doctors that are available. It's actually even easier from the app, but this is just to show you how it works for simplicity. There's one that's available on call, and then there's other doctors you can set up video phone appointments, etc. You can request a specific doctor. And what's neat about this is you're going to learn over time which doctors are really pro nutrition. Like, I've got an MD who loves nutrition, loves leading with nutrition before medicine, all right? He was classically trained in medical practice, but he's become self-trained in nutrition, so he's always encouraging nutrition first. Many of these doctors will be the same way, so you'll get favorite doctors, and you can schedule appointments with them. They don't, MD Live doesn't pick your doctor for you. They give you a list of all the available doctors, and you may you may get a favorite that you want to use. Now, of course, now you're based on their availability, but you've got that option if you want to. All right, so you click on the appointment, and away you go. If it's a video phone appointment, they say you can have one scheduled within an hour, or you can do a telephone appointment almost instantly with a doctor that's already on call. All right, so you want to have a doctor's appointment while you're sitting in line at the bus stop, call them. If you want to have, or maybe you want more privacy, but you Sunday night, you want to have a doctor's appointment because you're not feeling good and you want to you think you have a bladder infection, you want an antibiotic called in to pick up in the morning, do it Sunday night at midnight. Whenever you want to, you can. Again, you'll have an app on your phone that's given to you once you join. You download it, or you just link in through a telephone number. It's really simple. Select your doctor and have your appointment. Again, as a recap, before we get into how you get paid, it's $29 a month for a family of 5. $4 goes to you per customer that you sign up, and $25 in personal volume per customer. So let's give this as an example. Here's you. Let's talk about how you can earn money with this. And let's say you are using TeleCare. That's why you have the pink heart there. Now, you get paid on TeleCare whether you're using it or not, just like any longevity product. But in this case, you'd be paying $29 per month. You'd also be earning $4 per month. And you'd have a $25 personal volume requirement toward, again, your personal requirements in longevity. But let's say you went out and got your neighbor, showed them the value of the product, the convenience. They love the convenience. Their copay's more than $30. They've got deductible to go see the doctor, like most people on the new Health Care Act. And they say, why would I use that when I can use this? $29 a month. It's going to save me a lot of money. you're making $4 a month for helping your patient or helping your neighbor get access to patient care easier. Of course, now they're in the umbrella of longevity, and we'll start to bring them along in nutrition awareness, etc. But you've attracted them through a savings and convenience on their medical services. Well, in this case, you'd already have $50 in business volume and qualifying volume, right? 2 customers at $25 each, it's $50. So you'd be qualified as a junior independent marketing director in longevity. Now, this is really important because I've had people in my organization who didn't have the $50 or the $100 to personally qualify, yet they wanted to remain qualified on the team, but they were just that tight that they couldn't. In this case, they could have 2 customers and they would be qualified, right, for the personal volume. So let's say instead of 1, though, you had 3 other customers. In this example, you'd be making $16 a month, which is $4 a customer, but look at that, you'd have $100 toward your personal qualifications. Again, 25 times 4, 25 each. Now again, that's your personal volume. You all know in longevity, you need a certain amount of personal volume to qualify in the pay plan. This would count toward your personal volume. So let's say instead of 3, though, let's say you had 6 customers. I just want to give you some scenarios so you really get this. In this example, your service would pretty much be free because you'd be making $24 yourself plus $4 on your own. That's $28. So you and 6 customers, and you pretty much have a free TeleCare service for yourself. And that's important for people you may introduce to this, that they could go out and get 6 other customers and pay for theirs as well. Okay, their service and their 6 would pay for it. But plus you have $150 in business volume from those 6 customers, which is $175 total. Now check this out. In longevity, the maximum personal requirement you have is $300. What if someone were just in TeleCare? Now we know that's not the case. But if they were just in TeleCare, if they had 12 personal customers, do you see here that they'd have over $300 in personal volume? Yeah, they'd be making residual income of $600 a year too, but they'd have over $300 in personal volume requirements. So for the people in your team who maybe have a struggle to reach their personal qualifications, encourage they go out and get some customers. I mean, that's what our whole business is about, getting customers, referring customers to this. So here's a great way to do it. Now, again, you can build a business. Let's say you refer someone to the business, and I'm that person, let's say, and I go out and I say, I want to get 12 customers. I want to hit that $300 personal volume, and I want to get that residual and get my TeleCare covered. Well, I'd be producing, as we already showed, 12 customers is $325 in business volume and qualifying volume. Well, you, because you introduced me, you get paid on my efforts, on my business volume. And in fact, during your first 30 days, we give something called quick starts. And what you get is you get 30% of any volume I produce in my first 30 days. Well, that'd be almost $100 you'd earn for referring me and helping me get 12 customers. So a good plan to have for someone is help them get 12 customers in the first 30 days. Help them make a list, help them contact them, help them share this great service. And for those who can use it, they'll benefit from it. You're going to make 100 if they introduce 12. What if they introduce 50? You'll earn more. And if they only introduce 2, you earn less, of course. But you would be qualified in quick starts in this case because you're on TeleCare yourself, which is a monthly subscription product like AutoShip, and you have $100 in personal volume. So you would be qualified for quick starts. Now, let's say, for example, though, instead of 12, you introduce me, I use TeleCare, and I go out and I get, let's just say, 5 other customers. So me and 5 other customers use the service. That'd be $150 in business volume because you'd have 6 customers total. You would earn 30% of that, $45 up front, right? So you're getting an upfront bonus, but you also earn residual income for the life of the customer. That's pretty cool. So let's say you introduce 3 people who do that. We all go out and get 5 customers. Some of us will get 12, some will get none, some will get 50. But let's just say, for sake of this example, 3 distributors who use TeleCare and got 5 other TeleCare customers. That'd be $450 in business volume. We're producing month over month over month over month that you're making 8% of. Starting to feel like a toll booth. It adds up. And let's say those 3 people had an opportunity. They introduce a few distributors. But let's say I introduce 3, and they are only 4 customers total. Let's say I introduce one person who named Mike, and Mike goes out and gets TeleCare himself and 3 other customers. That'd be 4 total. That'd be $100 in business volume I would have brought forward on your level 2. But let's say I introduce a second distributor and then a third distributor, and all of them just get 3 customers and use it themselves. Well, that'd be $300 in business volume, right? And let's say the second person you introduce, they introduce 3 on your second level, and your third person introduces 3 on your third level, on your second level. You'd have now over $900 in business volume on level 3. Sorry, level 2. Forgive me. You'd make 8% of that. All right. Fortunately, we have graphics that show this in case I misspeak. But you'd be making 8% of level 2 as well. Now, level 2 distributors, they can build a team and they introduce distributors. And of course, not everyone's going to recruit 3 distributors. Some are going to recruit 20. Some aren't going to recruit any. You can have as many distributors as you want on your level 1, and so can they. So this organization is never going to grow 3 by 3 by 3, but just for sake of numbers, that's what I showed. Do you know in this example alone, your residual would already be $4,000 a year, just by what you see there on the screen? Nobody's gotten 100 customers. Nobody's recruited 100 distributors. In fact, some people have recruited distributors who've done nothing, I'm sure. So the average of 4 customers a distributor is not a lot. All right, your income's over $4,000 a year. Not a bad little supplemental income. What happens on level 3 though? Do those distributors have the same opportunity as you? Yeah, so they can build a team. Let's say they just introduce 3, and the perfect math continued. Let's say as this continues to grow, each one doing 4 customers, and we do pay below level 8. That's why there's an arrow there at the bottom below that 2%. We pay below level 8. But just on your 8 levels alone, if they all did $100 in business volume, your income would be over $30,000 per month, residual income month over month for the life of the customers. Getting paid in the future off work you do today and getting paid today off work you did years ago. Now, we have people over $30,000 a month residual in longevity. It's very, very few, such a small, minute percentage. But these numbers are accurate. If you build this, you will make that. Now, we know it's not probable, but it is possible. And in fact, like I said, a slim percent will ever make this money. But it's available to you if you build this. How? Support people, take care of your customers, coach people, encourage people, love on people, and help them produce results. Retain your customers, retain your distributors. Focus on customer acquisition and training. Focus on recruiting and training, right? And when you do it all, you build a team that looks like this potentially. But let's say you didn't make it this high. Yeah, there's people in longevity making double that. But let's say you didn't. Let's say you fail that by 90%. You're still making $3,000 a month residual income. Residual coming in month over month, year over year for the life of the customer. Heck, if you spent 4 years building an organization that looked like this and you were making $3,000 a month, would it be worth it? That's like people go to college for 4 years and they graduate hoping to make this type of money, right? How about bring this on purpose? Now, there's no guarantee, but the numbers are accurate. Again, a small percentage of the people achieve real success here, but it's available to all who build it. A small percentage of people who buy health club memberships get in shape, but it's available for all who have it. It's available to you here, and we want to help you get it. These numbers show how the numbers can add up. Again, as a summary, it's $29 per month for TeleCare service. People you know can use this, can save money and time. They don't have to call off work to see a doctor. There's no per visit charge like MD Live direct charges. If you were to go to them direct, it would cost you more to get it through them than using us. It's $4 profit to you each month for the life of the customers that you bring forward. So spread the good news. We want to pay you well for sharing this with customers. Plus, there's $25 in business volume and qualifying volume for every customer you acquire and any customers your team acquires. And you have your own private link there, Longevity TeleCare / your ID number would go there so that you can get credit. Make sure you share that ID with others on Facebook, on emails, on text, so that you get credit for any customers you refer. Again, we appreciate you watching. We've got a group plan we're working on right now for business owners to have an easier way to sign up all their customers. That's coming in the future, but for now, focus on sharing the individual TeleCare service with individuals and their families all throughout your community. If you have a business owner who wants to use it now, they would have to sign up each employee individually. It's still a great value for them. It's an amazing value, but we're going to even make it easier in the future. Hopefully this has helped you. If you have any questions, you can contact me, drutz at longevity.com. drutz, which is DRUTZ at longevity.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Go get them. This is now officially over.